in there and like fighting early. Now they both went towards the area of George Bowl. So you know what? They're going to go a lot more passive. These are games they're going to take extremely, extremely seriously. So I'm happy to see that. And I'm just hoping to see as little hot drops as possible during these games, except for Sandhawk, because Sandhawk, no, it's the answer's in the name. So we'll have to see. But of course, UDR Killers, they're going to be taking over Pachinki uncontested. They've been taking it multiple times during the scrims. And the loot stage is going to be really good. And they're on the edge of the circle. Their rotation should be pretty straightforward at this stage.
They should. UDR Killers, the team that directly qualified from the EU region. You can say that they pulled out really some surprise results when it came to the EU region, but they did what they had to do to get that direct World League qualification. So coming into these games, I was talking to Marco and Mark, and I said, look, you know, how are you feeling? I know you directly have a qualified position. He's like, look, we're chill. We're kind of fighting for the prize money. That's where it's going to be a main focus for us. And we're just going to do our best. And that does make sense.
I'm Pierre. I got a question for you. Aren't you a little bit salty that he's called Mark and not Marco? Can't do your joke anymore, can you?
I was trying to think of another pun base, but you know what?
Marks and Spencers? No, not good. Nah, damn it.
No. It actually wasn't bad. It was just, it felt a bit too forced. Sometimes these things have to come naturally, you know? But,
we'll find some puns. We've got 2 days in Pyramid. We got to rush a little bit to find puns.
Exactly.
But it's fine. We're going to be slowly shifting away from phase one. The circle going to be closing on these players in 1 small minute. So at least these rotations should be done. I know I was talking about it earlier, right? Unicorns of Love, always Talon just running around the map on his own, just doing his own YOLO plays. And hoping doesn't get sniped, even though he's in the open area towards no apartment. So shouldn't have too much teams really having an angle on him. But like, why? Why he would do that?
Running simulator. Clearly.
Running simulator, you know what?
Fair. Yeah. Training for a marathon. You know, you always got to have your exercise up there, whether it's doing a bit of swimming, whether it's doing a bit of running. It's always so important. It's always so important. Now, when you're looking at this phase one circle, because it's so heavily on the east, it is definitely going to be quite hard for the teams that are on the west side, the likes of 1218 and Unique, who are up in George Paul area. But the team that definitely probably has the easiest rotation is Red Reserve. You're up in the north. They landed Severny. They have a really nice clean sweep to maybe head towards Salbar, and they shift down south to central location in the east area of the circle. If they don't execute that quickly, they will lose a prime opportunity.
I mean, they've got to execute it quickly on like this first phase. You know, they can even tank up the blue if they want a little bit, but they had easily enough time, like being uncontested in Severny / shooting range. They got most of the loot they got, I do expect. So of course, rotating around the area of Stolber would be the safest way to do it for them. As you know, NGG, they went actually very down south. They dropped on the western bridge. They went down to the military island, to the military base, to be completely exact. And no, uncontested, because seeing this phase one circle, who in hell would ever go there? And also, like, even during the Pro U scrims, right, no teams ever went there and then understood the value of this area for early game loot. So they're just like, why the hell not?
Yeah, that's fair. But then again, when we looked at the scrims that these teams had a chance and an opportunity to participate in, we consistently saw Footballists and Team Unique land and Novo together. So it's interesting. Like, we are going to see a huge difference in teams dropping and play styling between the scrims and the actual regional finals. Like a team like the Real Deal, who didn't really compete in too many of the scrims this week, but they've got a nice real high central location in the center of the circle, up around Shelter.
I really like how Dream Eaters did this rotation. Like, you talked about it many, many times. You don't like it when a team overstays their welcome in a big compound, in a city compound, such as Yesnai Polyana. And Dream Eaters, they exactly understood that. Like, we're going to go a little bit more central in an area which is nice and surrounded by, like, you know, fields, just flat terrain. So you can easily get intel and even go for early shots with DMR / snipers if you really want to. And I say DMR. I said DMR, so I'm thinking DMR. Dream Eaters, they went off for like one of the most aggressive early rotations, despite not going into fights. I got to say, Dream Eaters, right off the bat, I love that rotation. It's great.
Yeah, I really do. On the side note, I didn't realize they were actually in prison. I would definitely recommend for them to get out of there. Now, we are seeing teams start to rotate around the same time. 1218 and Team Unique doing something similar. Members of Unique looking to try and catch out 1218, but the opportunity does go away for now as Bandita 77 does actually spin off. Might be a chance for him to get taken out.
Yeah, they're going to try and chase. If they can pop one wheel, that will be a dead Bandita. So he's got to try and be a little bit careful, try and just dance between those bullets if he can. But he's going to be jumping out. Will Team Unique go for the full-on wall? But here it is, the spray from Bandita's coming on through. He's getting sprayed back a little bit. It's pretty hard to connect, but they're going to actually go out and shut down Bandita. Knocked out, it will be, of course, resulting in a flush. That will be the first member of 1218, unfortunately, out of this game.
Yeah, and to be honest, I kind of like the fact that Bandita did that. It wasn't the wisest choice, but I would rather die valiantly trying to take out somebody from a vehicle than die from my buggy being blown up. I think that's always kind of the most disrespectful way to die, is your vehicle blown up, and especially in the early parts of the game. So I do gotta give credit to Bandita for at least trying to do something there. But Nomad Gaming also in a really nice position towards the center of the circle. Easy way to disengage, open fields around them so they can potentially spot people out. Looking pretty good.
I know Nomad Gaming during the scrims have been a team that's been consistently good on their rotations. They struggle a little bit like very late game to actually hold on to these areas, but like the rotations just head on are great. And wow, is this Unicorns of Love like still with 4 members? Like
wow.
Right until phase 2 about to come. I'm phase 1 shaming,
wow.
yes, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
No, but of course they're going to play a lot more seriously on these games. So they couldn't like, of course, remain on Talon to be alive every single time. So it's good. They're going for a rotation, pretty nice in circle too. So Unicorns of Love have some really good, like later on rotation that could come on through. But it is NGG going to go straight through the Western Bridge, taking a few shots on rip of WSK.
Yeah, that was a really wise choice initially by NGG to go for the West Bridge rather than the East Bridge, knowing that team, yeah, was a much safer rotation, and it is going to work out for them. In fairness, pretty fairly, WSK tried to catch him out, but it didn't work out. One player I definitely want to put a spotlight on, which I'm going to say look out for, is Rip of WSK. I'm honestly expecting him to be one of the top players in the regional finals.
No, he's been huge. Like even HMSC, sorry. He's like those two players together have been definitely absolutely insane. But I gotta say, NGG, WSK might want to try and rotate right now because you even have Heroes Exodus right next to the edge of the circle on their eastern side. So they might get some more gatekeep. They've got to be a little bit careful. And WSK, of course, will be rotating towards the direction of Pachinki. Find a nice entry point. And I think that they're like, this is not a fight that's working out for any of these two teams of WSK and NGG. It's not worth it. Just leave it.
Axe phase 2 shifted up north. Red reserve. If there was ever a chance to get a really nice position in a circle, it was now. Phase 1, you didn't go for it. You're a little bit kind of nervous, not too sure of what the other teams are doing. But you know what? The thing I fear about Red Reserve is that they're getting no information where they are right now. You know, they're getting no idea of how the teams are rotating in this game 1 in Erangel, being where they are now. So I want them to shift down south. I want them to get in the circle and just try and find some form of location. If it doesn't work out, cool, but at least you would have gotten information for the future games.
They could have even gone for like a 2-2 split, like send 2 members out early, even though I think they should have gone as a full squad because like you're not going to tell me it took them that long to loot up. So I think it is definitely a little bit on the slow side of things, but as long as they make it through, that is definitely going to be the most important thing. Even Team Unique rotated pretty much late, and they are going to go for like the similar rotation as Red Reserve, going up north next to Saberni. So a little bit of a later rotation from Red Reserve, but the fight could have potentially broken out in the northern side. So luckily enough, that will not happen for any of those two teams. But so far, we only lost 1 player, which is, you know, way better than what we saw on the scrims. We saw sometimes some teams die really early.
I don't know if Lightning from Team Unique had maybe some kind of connection issues, but he got knocked down in north.
No.
George Paul on his own, and yeah, he will lose his life. That was just something that I was like, wait, what's going on there? But looking on the feed that we have ourselves, that is something that's spotted as Team 5 getting close to the real deal. Real deal did disengage away from Prison. Nicely done, but they are going to face pressure from Team 5. Get the buggy out of the way. Keep that under protection. Good stuff from the real deal.
I don't know how many cars they have, but every single car at this stage is going to be very important. They got 2 buggies. Okay, that's fine. Not the best way to move your way around. Of course, the buggy is pretty easy to shoot down. But this one is going to be like a very prime example of like the Battle of Nox. Just get knocked down, trying to use up the utility, trying to use up also the resources of the enemy squad. I mean, the team that could potentially go for breach is Team 5 if they get like 2 knockdowns. But that is the minimum you need. You need 2 knockdowns. If you get those, potentially further on down the line, you can try and overtake it. But I would not even take the risk.
Here's the thing: this isn't the MENA region. We don't really see compound breaches so much in the EU region. So I'm expecting some generally passive play from these teams. We did see UDR Killers lose Sandra at the hands of Kunina Power early on in around the prison area location where the real deal did hold on to, but disengage away from that. The Blue Zone is closing in. on phase 2, and Mark is just trying to disengage with the rest of his team.
Yeah, Tixie not quite able to connect it. Still, it was going to be a really hard shot to connect at the end, so I do respect the attempt. So far, so good. But now Heroes X and NGG, we knew it was going to happen potentially on the western side of this phase 2 circle Imperium because they were rotating a little bit late. NGG, they took the risk of going for the western bridge, so of course the fight will be a little bit ongoing. We'll have to see if it will be closing up, but back over to Team 5 versus The Real Deal. And this fight really shouldn't result in too much, unless, like, once again, like, big knockouts come on through. But as you said, it's not the MENA region, so the chances of that happening, pretty slim.
Yeah, definitely do totally agree. We're seeing a little bit of a calm right now because the blue zone is still closing in on phase 2. Max, so the teams will be basically looking at the map feed. The IGLs will be going, okay, if it shifts this way, we'll go here. If it shifts that way, we will go here. How is phase 3 going to show up? It's going to shift up north into Yasnai. The fields around it and Red Reserve. Come on, my friends. Get into that prime spot.
Oh my god, man. Team Unique, Footballist, 1218, and Red Reserve, despite being up north, they had such a nice circle, but now they can somewhat control the area. You know what? Dream Eaters, as we know them, just like Nomad, I talked about their rotations too, they are extremely reactive to circle shift. They see they went some north, they're like, oh my god, we need to try and hold the circle. And they're going to go for it. But at least what is good is that we have Yasnaya in play. Yasnaya can have so many teams in there without actually fights breaking out. So it's like the best compound to have a city finish in. If it does shift, of course, in the city, which has a very slim chance of happening, it would be interesting.
Don't go into Yasnaya. Please, guys, just don't go into Yasnaya. If you're going to, at max, stay on the real outskirts. I worry about Nomad's position, but at least it was reactive at the end of the day. They could punish a couple of teams around them because there is open fields, but do not go into Yasnaya. And because I said do not go into Yasnaya, the majority of the teams are actually rotating in from the east side of the circle, from the east side of ERANGEL.
I'm actually okay with Yasnaya. Like, I wouldn't be okay with any other compound unless it was Yasnaya, Polyana, or Podvosta if it was on Vikendi, of course. But like, this is my main area that I do like where it could actually happen. So the fact that Dream Eaters, Nomad Gaming, they went for it. Even WSK went for a similar rotation. Of course, number 1, they're going to get scattered out by Clicker of 1218. Not going to result in any damage being taken as of yet. But number 1, during the scrims, the main thing I've been like calling them out for was their rotations. They rotate very late and not the most efficiently. So I hope that they're going to be able to work on that a little bit during these games and try and really get better standing because they're the number 1 team of Germany. Come on.
Yeah, to be honest, it's actually more the coordination as Whitey gets knocked down by Tulika. 1218 have held onto this position for actually quite a while since I believe phase 1, Max, and now they're going to use it to their advantage, knocking down my member on the rotation. Novas is looking to do a little bit of scouting towards a team of 1218.
These teams are also pretty much all on the edge. I mean, number 1 and The Real Deal are going to be on the edge. So, of course, their rotation, they will have to rotate during phase 4. It's pretty damn sure, unless we have like one of the biggest hard shift on this early stage, which I do not think is going to be happening. Hole's a little bit split away from his team in that shack. Maybe they can send a member to try and pick him up with a buggy or some nice way of locomotion. But Itachi of MGG is going to try and make his way through. Does get sprayed down by PLC, but that range was the easiest. It's not going to work out.
No. We are into the 15-minute mark in this game, Max, and I kind of expect this. Still 16 teams, still 59 players. We've only lost 5 players in this whole game in 15-minute mark. This is unbelievable, but I tell you what, we could see the end of NGG. Now we're down to 58. 1 player confirmed, 1 player knocked down. Make that a second. I do think that leaves Forever on his own from NGG.
Yeah, Forever just stopping in the open there. I think he just kind of shot himself in the foot by doing that. Also, his car is going to be potentially losing his wheels or even exploding. And this is not going to be looking great for NGG, just getting pressured from left, right, and center. Going to try and do a run for it. But at least Itachi is still alive. Forever put so damn low. 1 more bullet, and that will be indeed the end, as Dusk will be the one to get that knockdown. Can you get the kill, though? He's got to try and convert it.
Yeah, Forever is going to be last man standing for NGG in the circle, shifting up northwards in the favor of Team Unique Footballers and Unicorns of Love, who shifted up north. This is incredible, meaning the teams down south once again have to make harsh rotations up the north.
But, even though the teams that did go into Yasnaya, you said you didn't like it, but at least they've been reactive. If you rotate too late from Yasnaya and you're pressured by the boost, and you might struggle a little bit. Oh, the car explosion! Pixie doing some work there. And Heroes X, they're going to have a little bit of a hard time, but Solace is there to back them up. Unfortunately, that's going to be Heroes X really struggling and getting eliminated in last and 16th position.
Yeah, Savage X is looking to try and take a couple of kills. That's 1 confirmed. 2 confirmed at the hand of Axer of Konina Power. They try to hold on. Go Skilla on the east side of this circle. Not quite inside, but if they can look to knock down and take down a couple of players along the way, they do have a couple of vehicles. Can make a nice entryway as they look spot the members of the real deal.
Oh, the real deal. That's too many members in one car. You got to be careful, but luckily enough, Godskiller didn't have too many members focused on that engagement, so they will make it through pretty much unscathed, but they are still scattered out. That car assuming is not a valid option. You better jump out right now. And Team Unique, they got the high ground. They're not going to let the real deal survive this normally, but they still are able to run on over to the side of that kind of terrain.
That's the best play for Ghost Skiller. Look to try and take teams out that are looking to head into the circle, because there's a really high chance they were going to be taken out as Dream Eaters, a team who I'm marking to put in some strong performances. Looking for the team of WSK. KMFC by the side of the tree gets knocked down by Meku to nearly 20% health, and then Argo gets knocked down by Black White with the grenade.
Here it is, you get the nades, you get the knockdowns. Now you got to try and convert in the team squad wipeout, baby. As of course we do also see number 1 get eliminated. They are going to be taken out of commission, but now WSK, HMSC, but so damn Lobby will get converted at the end into a knockdown. Can they get all the frags there? Dream Eaters, they need it. They've been absolutely popping the hell off during the scrims. Can they get the team squad wipeout, the very first team squad wipeout of this regional finals for themselves?
Who knows? Who knows? Argo and Sprone, the last 2 players left for WSK. The high ground in the favor of the Dream Eaters. The rocks by their side. They can flank around. And only the smokes are protecting WSK at this stage of the game.
And this is the issue of fighting on a slope, right? And there you go, they're going to get shut down. Meku will be able to do some work, and also Frost was able to get a nice little re-engage on that. That's actually somewhat assisted Dream Eaters. Not all the frags they wanted, but at least they get 2. You know, it's like a Kinder Bueno. You just share it, and it's fine.
Oh, I never share my Kinder Bueno. Thank you
share?
very much.
Oh my
God,
God,
no, not
dare
a
you.
Kinder Bueno. It's too nice of a bar, my friend. God damn it, Max. You know, I'll share a Kit Kat, I'll share a Malteser, but I'll never share a Kinder Bueno.
Well, you know what is not bueno? It's the position of red reserve down south. If it goes up, oh, it did go up north, Imperium there. This is not bueno for them. They're going to have a little bit of a hard time. With a 2-2 split could actually help them out to kind of just, you know, split themselves a little bit more thinly and not get caught out too heavily by some of these squads on the higher ground section. Oh my God.
And you said Nomad Gaming react. I tell you what, they don't have to react right now. They're right on the north side of the circle, well positioned to try and get the chicken dinner, but it's not over yet. We still got 13 teams. We still got 37 players left standing as a teams on the southwest. Look to try and engage on each other. Find that space. Unicorns Love rotating away. Dream Eater looking to try and catch them out.
Yeah, Unicorns of Love trying to find a nice entry point, but because they can't, there's 2 teams around them currently. It's just way too much for them to deal with. 1-2-1-8 and Dream Eaters at the same time. Here it is. Love is going to come in, try and get the nice knockdown. He does get Advocate down and flushes it out. But Dream Eaters now, they're going to suffer 1 casualty, but they still find out so good. Hidan and Talon are going to be remaining. Another knockdown for Talon coming on through, and he instantly converts into a second frag. And Dream Eaters now, they've got to go back up. They can't take this fight head on. They lost the man advantage. Then he was 2-mans up now.
Yeah, 2D teams with 2 men left up, and that could actually give prime position for 1-2-1-8 to come in and get the clutch, clean things up with the third party, knocking down and confirming a kill on to the member of Dream Eaters, leaving Black White left standing, pinching between 2 teams, throws a grenade. Still, all the while, none of these teams are inside the circle.
As unfortunately Godskiller get taken out, but indeed no teams are really going to be too much in the circle. Only Red Reserve, they were actually really reactive. I thought it was not going to be too bueno. It's actually pretty damn bueno for them currently. Dream Eaters get taken out to one of the top teams, we said, going into these games today. As Itachi, the last member of NGG, just going to try and storm his way through to victory. Can he force it out? But he's able to push a little bit closer. You know what? It's been somewhat successful. No teams have scattered him out just yet. But Unicorns of Love, they're going to suffer a few casualties there.
I'll tell you what, though, not Dream Eaters, 1-2-1, they have actually really nice position on the edge of the circle. If they can get rid of Unicorns of Love, that could be really putting them hard in this game as Rogue, should I say, finds out and looks to try and catch a hit, and last man standing for Unicorns aloft on the rotation. He has to get out of the boogie, but he gets knocked down.
Oh boy, there you go. They're doing such good amount of work. You know, 1218, they're not here to pick up some Easter eggs. They're here to pick up frags, and they are doing that so well so far. Up to 3 frags so far, just waiting on the top of that mountain. But now the circle's going to be shifting, and the chances of shifting in their favor are pretty damn slim.
Yeah, but if it does go in their favor, it's still going to give them a really nice point because they have the edge of the cliff that they can hold on to as we hit phase 6. It does shift over to the west, Max. Nomad Gaming and 1218 looking pretty good as teams in the east trying to engage with each other. Team Unique, the top team in the CIS region, already secured a worse spot, but still looking to dominate.
Yeah, the 1218 going to have a pretty easy rotation. Team Unique, they're the one that are going to struggle a little bit more with the likes of Team 5. But Team 5, we already saw them during the stream recover from some of these situations, similar situations like these ones. But now Nomad, they're trying to just slowly make their way through with that utility, with those smokes, able to get there with some pretty good amount of success. But look at that, there's still one member, Rom, of Footballist that could be just remaining and try and steal the game away if it keeps shifting in this global vicinity.
Even though Red Reserve are in the circle down south, it's still incredibly difficult for them to kind of hold on. The only thing they have to their advantage is that they have a small little kind of hillside dip that they can look to kind of shift down and protect themselves against the likes of Nomad Gaming and Team Unique. But they've got to get rid of 1218 on the west side and look to bridge camp them, as well as Team 5 who are looking to rotate in from the south. We do lose footballers. We're down to 15, 17 players.
No! Why would it do? Why would... What? Why? Okay, you know what, Victor? He just gets the entire team squad wiped out. That's looking so good. He gets 7 kills, but why would he take a car at this stage of the game? I don't get it, but it's fine. We're going to be shifting over to top 4 teams now. Nomad Gaming's still on the hillside, but Memphis is going to deny that position away by getting nice knockdown. But the fight back from Nomad Gaming is looking pretty damn strong, and some utility is finally getting chucked over by 1218. They're trying to shut down Red Reserve, but they are holding strong as they avoid to get naded through the ground.
Novas from the back end needs to do work, needs to pull into play. Frost on the low ground, flanking this side. Nice fight, Frost on there, member of 1218.
Frost, I've got to say, this flank was not expected from any of these team, and he's been working out, it's been paying dividends, but unfortunately, as Roge got the information, he shuts it down instantaneously. Another chop on Victor, absolutely shredding the competition. And now they got the mountainside looking pretty good on the south. Only one member of 1218 is an issue for them. You might want to try and capitalize and shut him down, but that means you would show your position away to Team Unique and also to Nomad Gaming up north.
It's really tough for Red Reserve. They do want to close out 1218, but indeed, they don't want to get too far forward. And Unique has really climbed in. He is facing blue zone damage. He's biting right at trade. He's going to look to try and heal himself up and push in. 1218 are eliminated. Red Reserve, they're in the top team. They're on double-digit kills. This is incredible start for them in the regional finals, Max.
Of course, he knew it was not going to work out for Team Unique. If I were him, I would actually let myself die to the blue zone. You only had a crate to defend yourself with. There was no utility. It was going to be a pretty hard move. But still, you've got to respect the hassle to make it up in 3rd position, Team Unique. And for first game, that is pretty damn impressive. But now over to Nomad Gaming and Red Reserve. Satsuri trying to get the shutdown. But Victor doing some work. Oh my god. What a beast on this first day. And a circle shift.
In, baby, come on. Red Reserve, 3 players up. They're in the top 2. The circle's in their favor. Nomad Gaming, they have to go downhill. And Max, late game, when you have to go downhill, you're out in the open.
My god.
You're sitting duck. They've got to have the smokes on their side. And look at the wall. The good thing for Nomad, Max, is because they've been in the position for so long in this game, they haven't had to use the utility. So that is giving them that slight advantage.
Yeah, but here it is. They're going to go for a little bit of a 2-2 split. I do actually really like this. This is the best way to pull it off. These seasons, they've got eyes. Going to get him shot down. Oh my god, Dusk! That instant headshot denied. And now he's going to, of course, maybe try and convert it into a kill. But at this point, converting kills in the open are not too worth it. You want to focalize on the other remaining members of Nomad Gaming. It is turned into a 3v3. They get the information. Lunatic, if he peeks out, it might be the end. Victor's been absolutely shredding the enemy teams today. But now they're just holding a nice little bit of a split, a little bit of a line behind that dip. And I got to say, the positioning of Red Reserve on how they're taking this fight is absolutely spot on.
They're going for a kind of a bit of a 3-1 split. And then Novus comes in.
You can't
knocks down
protect.
Lunatic, leaving Nomad Gaming down to 2 lanes. Sasor trying to creep behind the rock. Does get in there. Aldig is off the buff, but it's not looking good for Nomad Gaming, Max.
This is why you want to spread yourself a little bit at the late game, because even trees can't be a valid way to protect yourself, Imperium. And now it's only left in the hands of Aldig, the last member remaining of Nomad Gaming. How will he put it off? Can he pull off the 1v3 clutch? I don't think that's going to be paying off. Unfortunately, he's going to be now into the blue zone. He's going to be forced above that lip of the kill, and that should normally be the end of Nomad Gaming. Maybe you want to try and deny the kill, but he's going to be indeed blind out to the blue zone, and that means the first chicken dinner of this European Regional Finals will be taken by none other than the favorite team of Red Reserve.
13 kills. Chicken dinner.
Oh my God.
33 points. When I was talking to Rain before this, not gonna lie, he was kind of nervous, and not nervous for their own team's performance, but he was nervous because they were not sure of, you know, other teams' rotations, other teams' drop spots, and they really, you know, the information wasn't there for them. And I said to them, look, believe in yourself, believe in your own game, believe what you guys can do. And I think this game one of the regional final, proved that they have every single goddamn belief in their system. What a game, what a result.
I mean, we know this team for quite some time, right? Like switching over from OBN, and even during PMCO, this team has been created for the past 3 weeks before actually playing into the group stage. Huh?
It's
like
been
now,
about
like from now on, yeah, but like before actually entering like the actual competitive scene. Yeah. And they're one of the best teams such a small amount of time. It is so surprising. You almost never see that at this stage of like a competitive scene on any game.
Especially considering they're French, Max. I had to throw
the
that
French
in
boys,
there. As we look at the highlights for this game, they reacted really well past phase 2. Look, you can't deny at the end of the day that the circle shifts favor the teams up north. You know, Nomad Gaming, 1218, Team Unique, Red Reserve. But at the end of the day, they still reacted really well. Dream Eaters were a little bit unlucky. They kind of got third party by 1218 with Unicorns of Love engagement. It just didn't go in their favor.
Of course, as you go over the highlights of this game, you know what? Team 5 actually got himself like so many frags. How many was that? Like 13 on this game? And they were like a very passive team playing Edge of Circle. But man, I'm genuinely very surprised by this very first game.
It's because they were one of the first teams to shift up on the east side of the circle. When they shifted up north, they were one of the first teams to go up north. And look, you know, they deserve a lot of credit. They didn't get featured as much, but at the end of the day, the frags, the damage spoke for itself. And even though they only finished in 5th place in the standing, that's still going to be a chunky, nice big boy amount of points for them.
You know what? Team 5 is like the definition of like silent but deadly. You know, it can also be used in like another scenario, but of course I'm going to be talking about this one specifically. And of course at the very end, like Red Reserve, I got to say the split that they had at the end was exactly what they needed. It's what allowed them to get 2 extra kills, like Dust and Victor. Absolutely just insane players. And the good thing is actually, despite them losing Frost, which is always going to be sad, but Frost is the IGL.